Guys, what's going on? Welcome to Serial at Midnight. My name is Heath, and in this episode, we are talking about the haul from the final 4 for $44 sale over at the Warner Brothers online store, Shop WB. This was it. This was the final. A lot of you guys have been like, what does it mean when they say the final 4 for $44 sale? Because Warner Brothers was very upfront. They said final multiple times. A lot of people were like, I think it's probably a Final Four basketball tie-in. I don't. I think that it means that there are bigger things afoot. I think that's all, folks. That's why I wore this shirt, because 1, it's Warner Brothers. 2, that's all, folks. This is my haul from the sale. We're going to get into this in just a second. I want to show you what I bought, because that's the fun. But what's going on with the sale? What's going on with this Warner Brothers thing? There's some stuff that's speculation. There's some stuff that's fact. Warner Brothers is under new leadership. We talked about this at the end of 2020. I told you guys 2021 is not going to look like 2020. I think Warner Archive is still around. Though 2 of the 3 people that... Okay, so George Felsenstein was like the lifeblood of Warner Archive. He was the professional that had been in the industry for decades. He was released. And I think he still remains as a consultant. Matt Patterson, who had also been there for over a decade. These guys together with D.W. Ferrante hosted the Warner Archive podcast for over 400 episodes, right? Like, it went way, way, way back. 2 of the 3 of those have been let go, though they do seem to have retained some sort of tie there. But it's not looking great for Warner Brothers, right? Like, they're really worried about streaming. The new CEO really feels like streaming is the future. So what I think is going on, and it's speculation, no one's told me, it's rumor. Now, some of this is rumor that I've heard from like reliable sources, but beware of YouTubers who are like, I have a source. It's all rumor, right? But I think that the deal with the people that ran the online shop, it was Araca Company, or I'm sorry, Araca Group, ARACA Group, third-party business that was running the online Warner Brothers storefront. I think that deal is over, and I think that site is going dark. I think the WBShop, Shop WB, I think it's done. That's what I think. I don't know when. I don't know how. I don't know why. But I feel like Warner Brothers said as much as they could legally without being, well, this is the last 4 for $44 sale because we're canceling our contract with this company. They're not going to do that. I think they told us as much as they could. I do think this is the final 4 for $44 sale, and I was taking no chances, buddy. This was the biggest order I have ever placed with during one of these sales. What's the sale? Just in case you don't know, if like 3 times a year, Warner that site would do a 4 for $44 sale. Warner Archive titles traditionally like $22. So if you got 4 of them, if you put 4 of them in your cart, they would revert to 11. So you're getting them half price. You didn't have to buy multiples of 4, like 4, 8, 12. You could do 5 or 7 or 309. You just had to hit a minimum of 4 to kick in the discount. And it was great. We've been doing this for several years now and talking about so many Warner Archive titles. I placed the biggest order I've ever placed before because I feel very uncertain about the future of Warner Brothers. I think that they are primarily concerned with streaming. It's not even I think. The dude has been pretty clear, like Jason Kilar, the new CEO. He's been super upfront that he thinks the future of Warner Brothers is streaming. It's HBO Max. So a lot of this stuff, as I do the Wheel of Fortune, Vanna White's gesturing, a lot of this stuff will probably end up on a streaming service. Will they keep it in print? I don't trust that they will. Now, that's just me being suspicious of companies and authority figures and people like that. So I wanted to get as much as I could while the getting was good. So it's the biggest order I've ever placed. The good news is that I hear that this was like the most successful Warner Archive, the most successful 4 for $44 sale like ever. They had to delay shipping because they were so slammed with orders. That's good for those executives. We can write angry emails and we can rant on Twitter, but really the only thing that talks is money. And if an executive is looking at a spreadsheet on his computer and he sees that profit in that column, that's what says something. So hopefully it's a good sign for Warner Archive. I'm concerned about the future of the company. I think they were working pretty far ahead. I don't know if we will see a slowdown. I have to imagine we will at some point because, as I say, like the people that have been responsible for some of the people that have been responsible for this aren't there anymore. And it's people who were like running some serious stuff there. So we will find out together. I don't know when that site's going to go dark or if it's, again, rumor and innuendo, but we'll see. We'll find out together. Let's talk about what we got. We got the Curse of Frankenstein. I almost said Curse of Dracula. It's the Curse of Frankenstein. This is the recent, I'm going to say it's a restoration. I think they brought this thing back to life. I'm not gonna review any of this stuff right now. As you can see, it's all still sealed. This is not a review video. This is a haul video. Haven't even had time to open anything, to watch anything yet, but we'll cover it in future review paloozas. The review palooza is not gone. It is returning. I've just been doing so much work ahead of time, right? For so many of the fresh flavors videos and stuff. I'm watching as much as I could before I ever came to you about it. But here, not the case. Too big of an order and it just came in. Queen of Outer Space with Zsa Zsa Gabor. Now this has Serial at Midnight written all over it, right? Like this is what we do. Waiting for Guffman. We have this on DVD and we actually watched the DVD. As some of you guys are like, ew, DVD's gross. A lot of the stuff you see, we're almost out of Blu-rays and the rest of it's DVD. You know why? Because it's DVD or it's nothing. I would rather have DVD than have nothing. I would rather watch a movie than say, ew, no, it's icky. So that's where we stand. I always prefer the best format. I would love for this stuff to get 4K releases. Hey, if 8K is coming, let us get 8K for this stuff. But right now, it's all these DVDs. It's like it's only DVD, right? So, Waiting for Guffman is the improv movie from Christopher Guest. If you love like A Mighty Wind, Best in Show, Spinal Tap, it's him with his band of comedy. Yeah, Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara, Fred Ward. I mean, there's so many very, very funny people. My Blue Heaven with Steve Martin and Rick Moranis. Why did I do that? I don't know. Where the Boys Are. This is, some of you guys may be like, well, that's all you bought? We have so much of this stuff already. I'm looking at a shelf over there with like dozens of Warner Archive titles. They're all over the place. Hey, it's like that cat from the Warner Brothers cartoons. I don't know. All right. Do I start this video over? We went off the rails really quick. It's like the movie that kicked off the beach movie wave. Really, it's debatable, and it's not a teen beach movie. But 1960, actually, I heard the other day that they were like, the baby boomer generation was flocking to like Miami because they were the spring break they were the generation that made Spring Break with that movie, like Where the Boys Are. That they started it. So I thought that was interesting. Now we're just embarking on DVDs, right? So The Adventures, no, it's The Amazing Captain Nemo. Look at the cast. Look at all the information. The greatest underwater adventure of all time. I see Burgess Meredith. I see Jose Ferrer. All right. We got to keep moving. We got a big stack here. That's what she said. Carney. Look, Jodie Foster. Robbie Robertson from The Band. Take a load off, Annie. And yeah, is that Gary Busey or is that John Wayne Gacy? It could go either way, right? It's Gary Busey. This feels like a floater. This is floating around in there. When you're young and going nowhere, the Carney looks like a good way out. I'll show you guys the back of these. I haven't. Did I show you the back of The Amazing Captain Nemo? All right. Legends of the Superheroes. Now this does not look like good DVD quality, but I would point out that this is one of those things that has only ever existed in like video, 70s video quality. We got Adam West, Burt Ward. We've got all the DC villains. This is a Frank Gorshin. Riddle me this. All of the legendary DC icons. This was a huge deal. It's kind of like as good as it could get back in the day. It's It's really special. I think it's really cool. You can't watch it through like Zack Snyder eyes. You have to watch it through the lens of what it is, which is 70s TV. Anyway, Meet Me in Las Vegas, Sid Charisse, Dan Daly. I'm going to say this is 52. I'm just guessing. 56. They Came to Rob Las Vegas. Gary Lockwood. Sure, you could go with 2001. I'm going to go with the Star Trek episode where he's got the shiny silver eyes. Or we could go with the Elvis movie. Is It Happened at the World's Fair? He's in that as well. Elkie Summer, Lee J. Cobb, Jack Palance. Elkie Summer is in, is it GI Blues? Another Elvis connection, I believe. Just I could be wrong, but that's off the top of my dome there. 1967. 2 Las Vegas movies in a row. Guess what? The Las Vegas Story with Jane Russell and Victor Mature. Love Jane Russell. Victor Mature was a pretty cool dude. Oh yeah, I forgot. Vincent Price is in this as well. There's Vinny P on the back. What's up with 3 Las Vegas movies in a row there? His Kind of Woman, Robert Mitchum, Jane Russell again. Sorry, back of the package. Ringo and His Golden Pistol. I love me a spaghetti western. Any western. You know what? Serial at Midnight is emerging as one of we are one of the authoritative YouTube voices of western movie vlogging. You can have your horror. Everybody's doing horror, right? I'm proud of our Western coverage. I'll say that. We talk a lot more about Westerns than I think a lot of other people do. And I'm proud of that. I think that's really cool. And here we go again on our own. Going down the only road we've ever known. This is Casey Kasem. Long distance dedication to Sergio Corbucci, the director of Django. Not the one with Quentin Tarantino, but the original with Franco Nero. Anyway, it's a Corbucci movie that Warner Archive has. I mean, I would love for that to get a Blu-ray. Problem with spaghetti westerns is that most of the time, the elements don't exist for an HD presentation or a restoration or anything like that. So much of the time, you're looking at like TV prints and video prints and like 16 millimeter for TV or something like that. So again, for some of this stuff, DVD is as good as it's ever going to get. If you turn your nose up at DVD, you're just not going to see it anywhere else because it doesn't exist. That tends to be the case with a lot of these European movies. They were often, now this was Warner Brothers, so anything's possible, but a lot of times they would be independently invested, the way European movies were made and stuff. You get investors from all over the place. The negatives are probably like in someone's house. Whoever was one of the investors, maybe the director, probably like in their wine cellar. Not even joking. So it's not like they're in a studio vault somewhere. They're with private individuals. And if that person doesn't want to come forward so that movie can be restored, you just deal with the best that you got. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Another iconic poster. Iconic monster movie. Back of the package. Oh, we got special features. I just noticed commentary with Yvette Vickers and film historian Tom Weaver. Oh, did any of these? No. I showed you guys the back of this, right? I should also say really quick. Most of these are going to be manufactured on demand, which means burned, and not a factory pressed disc, but a burned disc. Not always. Usually Warner Archive will press a number. They'll all Warner Archive Blu-rays are factory pressed. Factory replicated, right? They look like everything you would find in a store from a professional, anything you'd buy at retail. With the DVDs, the way I understand it is that they'll do a limited number, maybe 1,000 of a title, and then they'll press that. And then when that's gone, then they go to the burning route. They're like, okay, we'll burn 100. And then when those 100, or when that sells, we'll do 100 more. But they usually start with a batch of pressed. And your player doesn't know the difference. There's a legitimate conversation to be had about longevity, durability, scratching, things like that. And none of this stuff truly lasts forever. You know, I don't know that we're going to be watching DVDs that we bought in 1999 in 2059. You know, I don't know that they're going to be that durable as it is. But for now, it serves a purpose, and it's kind of the only way you can get some of this stuff. So Sol Madrid. It's not Sol. You think it was Sol Madrid, right? Because it's, does the cover even have the title? Yeah, it's right there. It's Sol Madrid. It's the name of a person. Stella Stevens is in this. I don't remember where. I think this was in a Patreon video, because we do like 4 Patreon. There's over 80 exclusive videos on our Patreon page, like hours, and like it will take you days and days and days to get through the Patreon exclusives. But I was talking to our Patreon people about like Stella Stevens. Because she popped up in that a movie recently. It was the Glenn Ford movie Rage, where he's like out in the desert with rabies. Stella Stevens is amazing. She's so good. She was a Playboy playmate, and there was a video essay talking about Stella Stevens by Kat Ellinger, and I'm just like tracking them down now. I'm like, okay, Stella Stevens, this. She was in an Elvis movie too. That's our third Elvis connection. Raquel Welch, Flare Up. Did I show you the back of Sol Madrid? I don't know that I did. And here's the back of Flare Up. Raquel Welch is awesome. It's a 70s. What year is it? 72? 69. Oh, geez. Who is in this with her? James Stacy, Luke Askew. The Luke Askew-niverse. All right, here we go. We're ending on a theme. The Flintstones Primetime Special Collection, Volume 1, contains The Flintstones Meet Rockula and Frankenstone, and Flintstones Little Big League. Now, recently, by the way, I believe this is the case for these. I'm gonna check this while I'm talking to you guys. Recently, Warner Brothers. It was around the same time as the Flintstones Blu-ray release, which I am still watching and I'm still loving. Love the Flintstones on Blu-ray. They've never looked so good. Yes, they're complete. Yes, they have the pre-credits tease. Yes, they have the original music for the first season. Okay. Manufactured on demand. It's got that blue surface. I was curious about that. Anyway, Warner Brothers, kind of around the same time, they put out a pack creatively titled 2 movies and 5 specials, or 5 specials and 2 movies. That's the name of the collection. A lot of this stuff is in that, but not all of it. And I want all of it. I'm a Flintstones completist. So, of course, I got the Flintstones Primetime Specials Collection. Volume 2 includes the Flintstones' New Neighbors, Fred's Final Fling, Wind Up Wilma, Jogging Fever. You guys, we're talking about an hour and 40 minutes of Flintstones. Guess what? The Jetsons meets the Flintstones. The event series. It's not a series, but the event movie. What year is this? 2000? No, that's 2011 is the year they put this out. Anyway, I'm representing my Fred right now. Wilma. 92 minutes. We're not done. Yabba Dabba Doo. That's going to be your marriage special, your Pebbles Bam Bam marriage special. How long is that? That's 92 minutes. What do you do after you get married on a cartoon? Holly Rockabye Baby. It's going to be the the Flintstones, the next generation. That is 91 minutes. And here's where we're going to end it. The Flintstones Christmas Collection. I believe this is the most recent Flintstones special that has been given a DVD. A Flintstones Christmas is 48 minutes, and a Flintstones Family Christmas is 24 minutes. One of these is kind of, I'm going to say it's like the last we saw the Flintstones, like Fred is the grandpa or whatever. I can't remember which one though. There's also Flintstones Christmas Carol, which I don't have yet. and The Man Called Flintstone, which I do have on DVD, and that's in the Blu-ray box set, though not in HD. So I had to grab my Flintstones, work on finishing my Flintstones collection while I could. So let's do this. Oh, well, now I have to start the video over again. My perfectionist tendencies. I'm just kidding. I'm kind of joking, but I do wish I could start it over again. That's our spines. I like how the Flintstones are all black cases. Other stuff is blue cases. I don't know. I love the Warner Archive division. If anyone from Warner Archive is seeing this, I love you guys. I love what you're doing. I love the work and attention that you have put into this catalog. I think Warner Brothers has the best catalog in the whole game, and I appreciate everything that you guys have done. Long may you ride. God bless. And guys, thank you for watching this video. Did you participate in the sale? If you did, I would love to know what you picked up, and what are your thoughts about the future of Warner Brothers, the future of the Warner Archive division. I think we got to show up and support these guys, right? Like, we got to show them that we love them, show them with our dollars that the audience is there, right? We vote with our dollars. It's time to go to the polls. Okay? Thanks so much. I appreciate you. Take care. And until next time, I will catch you later.